All right, I'm back again, ladies and gentlemen, with the seventh video to follow the sixth. Just make sure you guys all understand, the world all understand, the Satan and the devil's man are still on the loose here, trying to destroy this world from the east to the west, man. He is not put down, and he will continue to carry on trying to destroy this world until this peace plan that we are trying to establish in the world today on www.goddeclaresworldpeace.com for your instructions is pushed through the Washington president to announce it to the world in a New World Peace speech. We've already wrote to them also. Now, Joe God and I have both done this together, but he still wants to be like a juvenile 2-year-old child, stuck in his wrong mind of his terrible twos. And as long as he can get away with this, he's going to keep trying to do it. And this is a very bad criminal, psychopathic mind that he just refused to correct out of and become our Jehovah God, and unless the government of the United States calls us both up there and they do it the hard way, possibly without him, because he wants to be the devil behind us all and sneak around and keep hurting us instead of correcting. Now, I do believe he's going to work with us if the court calls us up there, the government, and we'll solve this. But I may have to just get it done alone. So, and they can work with him because it's been stuck with me for about 5 years like glue. All right, and again, this is just Jehovah God still keeping himself confused to be Satan and the devil's man. And the proof is that he's still alive and pushing for a third world war in the East and apocalypse now, if he can get Roe v. Wade solidified. The proof is that the wars are all still going on, all the 5 wars and more in the world, and all the troubles there, and all the problems are there, which is proof that Satan's still on the loose. Now, all this goes down if we can just get the president and the Supreme Court to get us up there and work this out. So the world needs to push this along with me, and because we are the only 2 people in the world who know all about this, me and Jehovah, and we worked it all out. But now, even as I tell you, we 2 gods are making all the world people who understand these 7 videos and our website all to be like good gods in the world, which creates a world of gods out there actually to work together to create world peace. And this new age of Aquarius in the 21st century can finally become a peaceful world, and with love and peace to guide us through all ages, with a full understanding right here that God simply got confused in the beginning after the Garden of Eden to destroy the world first and became Satan first, until now in 2012, where we have worked it all out. Okay? So I'm exposing him now again, because I found him out. He came to me, spooked my mother 60 years ago, because he could only see it backwards. What was he seeing wrong? He couldn't understand the right and reasonables. He only saw it through the mind of a criminal for 6,000 years to destroy the world. And I spent my lifetime on a mountaintop viewpoint from the west, trying to figure out the world to help him if he showed up. And sure enough, at Common Ground on Roe v. Wade, about 5 years ago, he showed up to talk to me. And I ended up being the man caught in the middle, but talked with him with a full understanding for 5 years. Well, he could not understand about the way right and reasonable saw the world. So it's completely opposite from the criminal's viewpoint of the world. And so it's all the reverse is true, and he becomes Jehovah God. and makes a peaceful world with all of us too, you see. And that's unbelievable, but it's true. They fall into the wrong minds of queers on both sides of the mind. And when they're all worked out over a 5-year period of mind problems, they become right and reasonable again and good-minded people again. And both queers on both sides of the mind can be perfectly good-minded people again and live as straights like we should and make a peaceful world. So both queers are actually ironed out in the long run to create an all good people's world, which is also perfected in God's new house law, the abortion law. So these 7 videos are now up on YouTube, Daniel Mantle, and you can watch them there to get a full understanding. And also look at www.goddeclaresworldpeace.com to get the rest of the story. And so all the world's peoples must help me now, because this is extremely serious business, that he is still simply being the enemy of mankind. And he is still mad in his mind to kill everybody, because he still hates humans from the beginning when he went to the jungle and formed himself into a gorilla named Lucifer. He picked up the name, made himself 2 times the hard guy, which is like the leader of the Muslims. He got confused to think that we were all made backwards and wrong when it was him. So he kept condemning the world from a criminal's point of view, and now it becomes to save the world from Jehovah God's good man's point of view. But when he got stuck in this raw mind of a 2-year-old, which is an inverted person of the madman lunatic ruling, he couldn't shake it off, so it kept him confused to be like a 2-year-old ruling the world as the Supreme Spirit confused and destroyed for 6,000 years. And he went into the mind of Beelzebub, and all Christian theocracy comes together here, and it's a terrible life and story of Jehovah God for real. But when we force him to correct with world peace here, he has agreed to go and retire in peace behind Pakistan, where we've actually cornered him by today. And we built a house for him there, and world peace is made, and everything works out just fine. And he will heal in his good mind, finally, in final evolution of his own life for the next 30 and 35 years. So he is at fault, in this case being made closed, to have fluent here as an alien, not knowing the patterns for the humans were a man and woman and a mother and father. He went to the jungle and made the pattern out of a gorilla, which he followed the whole time, 6,000 years, thinking we should be made that way, and he was always dead wrong. So it's his fault, nobody else's, that he got confused and destroyed the world and made himself a big criminal first. Nobody else's. So the case is closed. Job is the criminal that must repent and make peace in the world today. Lead the way even today, without the court pulling us up or the president. He should be convicted by now with this last video. Not to be mad about this. Calm down. It's all meltdown. And it's his fault for making himself into a gorilla and expecting all humanity to be formed into hard guys, 2 times 2 harder guys, instead of all softies he thought were being ruined by the woman. See, this is why he hated the woman. He thought the woman was ruining mankind into all softies, and it destroyed his civilization, which is the children of Eve. But it's all backwards. And the truth is, this is just 2 life force system of all plants and animals made with male and female, evolving naturally in the universe. So it's all straight man's point of view. He knows it. It's all backwards thinking. So Satan is really their own God man and their own arcade man too. So all you Muslims must quit now. Quit your fighting, stop all your fighting wars, and recognize that He is Jehovah, and we are going to an all Christians world, and the religion must go down of Muhammad's, and only one for the world, and the abortion law fixed. Now, there's a final problem. The religions of the world, he made many different ones as Beelzebub to cause trouble. So this is why he has the right to make it into all one religion. And it was to make trouble like Beelzebub. And the abortion law also must come down because it's God's law, and he only made it to be influenced it to be a set of law so he could destroy the world yesterday, today, and forever. So that gets fixed too. As well as its mind, all three fundamental problems of the world are now solved. We go to world peace. I proclaim it again. Follow me on even Facebook. Okay? Daniel Manto or Danielson, either one.